Hi, fellow traders. What's another TGIM? Thank God it's Monday. It's time to start making money. But today was not a good day for it. There was some volatility this morning at the open. If you caught it, you made some money. After that, if you hung around, you kind of watched paint dry. Um, so it was a pretty dismal morning. It's pretty much what I expected. Kind of what I was talking about this weekend. Today and tomorrow may not be a whole lot there. Um, you just have to be watching the right stocks. Be fortunate to be in the right place to get one of these. Because I think the market's just gonna kind of be a little stagnant. We know we may get a run here and there, but not much. Not a whole lot of volatility until after this election. So, we'll just have to wait and see and, be ready to strike once the market comes back to us. Now, I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to keep stressing this, about finishing this fourth quarter strong. Guys, we have to finish strong. There's a lot more that we can pick up. A lot of momentum. The momentum is really what we're looking for. This weekend, there were a lot of teams that won because they finished the game. They finished the fourth quarter strong. And thankfully, my Gamecocks were one of them. For the second week in a row, we finished this fourth quarter strong. And, our will and our stamina was, just that much ahead of the other team. And it's all about finishing strong, setting us up for the next year. 2019 has got to be our year. It's got to be our year. We learned a lot. We grinded out this 2018. We did the things that we needed to do. We should have learned the things that we needed to learn. If you hung in there and you stuck it out and you had the stamina and the wherewithal to fight through it, you made it. If you quit, oh well, good luck to you. But you gotta work. You gotta fight, and you gotta fight to the finish. And this was beautiful. Just finishing the fourth quarter came from the football analogy. It was all about finishing the fourth quarter strong, and you could see it. Look, we only scored one more touchdown, but this touchdown was scored, right at the beginning of the fourth. I think this was kind of an extenuation of the third quarter, and we were down 10 points. We were down 10 points right at the beginning of the fourth quarter. And so we had to score these two touchdowns. There was no way that, I don't think we could have won unless we scored these two touchdowns. And, here's a picture. This is our quarterback, Jake Bentley, and this guy has been through hell. I mean, we have some of the most passionate fans in the world. And he wasn't doing good at the beginning of the year. People just didn't think he was putting forth his effort. But he fought through it. And he didn't quit. He took all the lessons, everything that he learned, all of the turnovers that he made, all of the interceptions that he threw. Our receivers went through all of the drops that they made. He carried everything on his shoulders. And he's shown them for the last couple of weeks that there's no quit. And he's going to finish this strong. He's going to finish the year strong. And he's going to make sure the team finishes the fourth quarter strong. And so this is a picture of him running, scoring that go-ahead touchdown that sealed the deal for us. And that's what it's all about, guys. Finishing the fourth quarter strong. Sticking it out. Don't quit. Don't be like some of these weak players that, want to transfer because they're not doing they're not getting what they need. a lot of times it's because they're not putting in what they need to put in, and they're not getting out what they want. So you got to put in the work, and you got to put it in. And those guys that put in the work, they're seeing playing time now. You know, we're going through injuries, and these freshmen are coming in. These guys that's upperclassmen that stuck it out, they're getting some good quality playing time, and they're ready. And they're knocking it out of the box. So you guys, we can't quit. We got to finish this fourth quarter strong so we can go into the first quarter on top of that. This is the one from last week. Now, we only scored 3 points in the fourth quarter, but, you know, Tennessee was just as determined as we were to finish strong. You know, and that defense on both ends just kept going. You know, and if we didn't finish that fourth quarter strong, if we didn't make that last push, you know, forget about it. It would be a different story. And I honestly believe this game here might have turned out a little bit different if, you know, we didn't pull it out last week. If we didn't stick it out and finish that fourth quarter and, you know, did what we had to do, it would have been a different story this week. And that's why I stress we got to finish strong this year, because 2019 is going to be our year. It's going to be the year that a couple of you guys make that transition. You know, some of you are close, but, you know, a little bit longer, you're gonna make it. Just real quick, got 2 specials going that you may want to take advantage of this week. Still got that webinar special. I got a couple more people I can take on that. That you get 6 months. Basically, you're paying for a quarter, and you're getting 3 free months. You get full access to the community chat room, all of the videos. Plus, we get 3 one-on-one, 3 hours of one-on-one mentoring time, where I can help you pretty much do whatever you want to do. You could use it, you know, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there. You know, however you want to use it is yours to use. And, you know, my goal is to try to help you get on the right track, to have the right mentality to, you know, be successful. Also, if you just want to try it out, you can, you know, for a month subscription, you can get access to everything for the rest of the year. Test it out, see if it's something that you want to commit to going into the first of the year. Now, I've already gotten the word. I got the same good deal that we had last Christmas. They're going to give it to me again. They're giving it to me early, but, you know, still be here for Christmas. And that deal goes to current members. You know, I don't send that out. So you will have an opportunity to take advantage of a real sweet deal, you know, if you're here toward the end of December. But that's what we got going on now. Wednesday, our Sneak Peek Wednesday. Come join me on my YouTube channel about 8:30 or so. It'll be after the day after the elections, so we may see some volatility come back in. May be an exciting day. You know, I don't expect much for tomorrow, but I'm expecting a lot of activity Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So come in and check us out and spend a couple hours with me on Wednesday. Last week, we did find a trade, but it just didn't work out. You know, set up, but didn't really follow through. So we're gonna look to improve on that come this Wednesday. All right, so this morning, you know, and yesterday we talked about the SPY, or the market. If you were in a swing trade watch list and market strategy session, you know, we talked about the SPY, and I talked about, how we probably aren't going to do anything for the next couple days. And, here, this is about as much indecision as you're going to see. Tomorrow, I would expect a carbon copy day unless we get some external catalyst hitting it. Don't think we're going to make a move one way or the other. Here, we're just kind of stuck between, see, here's the 9 moving average, the daily 9 EMA, and the 20 EMA. We're kind of stuck in between here. And we've been stuck here for a couple of days. So, we may be gearing up to make another move up. But I think after tomorrow, we'll tell. But you can see it just wasn't much. What I was looking for, if anything, I was looking to see if this thing was going to give us a hard sell today. That's what I was wanting. That's what I was cheering for. But, we just didn't get it. And you could tell that we weren't going to get it because this was selling off and the market was selling off and TVIX wasn't really volatile. It did not have the volatility that it would normally have. And I know, TVIX doesn't follow the SPY, but both it follows the S&P E-mini futures, which is pretty much doing the same thing. So that told me right there that we weren't going to have the volatility that I was looking for today. And it's probably going to be a boring day for me. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm expecting another day trading inside here unless we get some huge news, which I would not doubt. I would not doubt. And oh gosh, as we speak, the SPY just dropped 2 points. So, maybe interesting tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure what happened. I'm gonna have to look and see. But maybe interesting tomorrow if some news hits it. You never know. So this morning did not have a watch list. There was really nothing on my scans that I was looking at that I thought would give us a good move. RACE, I didn't put on watch because at 9:30 the conference call started, and I was not going to trade the opening range in the middle of a conference call. However, it did give us, a good move, but this would have been too risky for me. Now, if I was going to take it, I would have had to take it right on the break. But you can see this candle, it just took off. And it ran. But from here to here was not a good trading range. I needed this whole candle. This whole range. And then it had to get through all of this. So for me, taking it long was not something I wanted to do. The only way I wanted this was to the short side. It never really set up that way. And it just didn't give us anything. So really left this one alone. Kind of took my eyes off of this early on. Now, the stock that I probably should have been looking at, but it didn't have. Let me show you what I was looking at first. When I did notice it, I was looking at Apple being in this window. And it was odd because the market seemed to want to go up. Even though it did sell off a little bit at the open, it just seemed like it wanted to stay green on the day. So this was kind of surprising to me that we had this big of a gap down at the open, but we did. And it actually had a real nice sell-off, multiple points, but it didn't have, it just didn't hit my radar. And for one reason or another, I think it was because it was over $150. And I do need to change that scanner. I do, we can trade up to $200 stocks now. So I do need to change my scanner so we can open it up. Because our account has grown enough to where we can do that. Which is probably why I missed this. So, once it made its move, I caught it right around in here. And I'm like, I want to see if we get another bounce back up to the 9 here. I'll definitely jump on this. We didn't get it. And like I was saying in chat, I wasn't going to chase this down. Even though this would have been a good chase. I don't want to establish that bad habit because it doesn't always work out this way. Matter of fact, most of the time when you try to chase, it doesn't work out for you. It does seem like the times that you don't is when it actually works out. It's funny how that happens. But I was not going to chase it. I was going to wait for the bounce. And a couple people in chat was asking me about the reversal, and I was kind of apprehensive about that because the market was not selling off anymore. It just seemed like it had too much strength. It was too much behind it. Like I said, the volatility index was not really matching what we were seeing in the market. So that gave me some pause. But this did have a nice reversal. It was on our reversal scan. It did make a nice run up. And so when we came back through VWAP, I was watching this at lunch. And it came back through the 9, the 20, and the VWAP and all of that. I'm like, I'm going to wait for the bounce. So we pulled back. We bounced. Came up close to the 9. So I'm like, this is what I've been waiting on. This is a great setup. So I got it. And it just never got back below this level here. When it bounced here, it kind of set in the floor. And it never got back through it. Now, yeah, this was a little bit later in the move. But I felt we had an opportunity to sell off the rest of the day. But it just didn't happen. So, here we got the sideways action. And then finally we got the pop. Which I had no intentions of taking this long. Did not think this would even make a good long trade at this point. But obviously it ran up with the market. And then that was that. So, yeah, if you didn't catch this, and, again, this wasn't on my watch because $150 is the max dollar amount I have on those stocks. So I will be changing that tomorrow. And I'm going to, bump it up and we'll have up to $200 stocks. So we don't miss too many moves like this. We didn't see too many stocks move today. But Apple did, and just completely flipping missed it. So we'll just move on from that and do our thing here. But again, I think I showed you this was the window I was looking to work in, and I was looking for it to sell off through here. Or even down to 195.88. Still may do it tomorrow. There's still an opportunity for it to do it tomorrow. But, we'll just have to wait and see. All right. So I told you guys I will bring back my profit calendar. For, some of you said it's easier for you to see and follow, my results that way versus you just separating things every day. So, I'll be doing this at the end of the week. But I wanted to show you, I'm not going to add these two. These will just be added to the end of this week. And then we'll just kind of go from there. But you can see today, this is the loss we took on Apple. I was trying to catch another move on it. After missing a big move, no, I wasn't chasing. No, I wasn't the fear of missing out. I waited for it to give me a good setup, a good signal, something I could base my risk off of. And you can see, it was tight enough to where we really didn't lose anything. So no harm, no foul on this. Not the way I wanted to start the week off, but it could be worse. All right, so I will be doing, picking this back up again and doing a end of week recap, probably on Sunday, and to coincide with some market analysis, or maybe the add on to my Rolling with Ed video. So we'll see how that works. All right, guys. So don't forget, we got some specials going on this week, and also you can come join us on Sneak Peek Wednesday. We'll be doing that starting 8:30 this Wednesday. Just shoot on over to my YouTube channel, and you'll see me when I get live there. If not, just subscribe, and then you'll be able to catch me when I go live. All right, guys. Y'all have a great night, great evening, and I will catch you tomorrow.